I'm gonna. I mean, this game is supposed to have like 50, yeah, 50 minutes, but I think I'm gonna lag. Let's see if I don't lag. I don't even know what is this game about. Okay. I feel like I'm about to get a virus, but like I saw a video about this game already, so I kind of know that this game is real, but kind of scary also. Reaper's goodbye, bro. Is an Overwatch thing? Is a Overwatch Reaper? Bro, it kind of looks like Cassidy, not Reaper. Okay, so the night sky of a countryside is wide, empty, and often soundless. True, crickets may sing, but their song gets lost in open air, waking into nothingness. There is no hustle or bustle of crowds. There are no blaring car horns. Okay, just a wind through the grass, wind to the grass, or the labors of your own breath as you treat the unpaved ground. It is said in such a countryside you may come across a man with a trail of cigarette smoke behind him. His shifty eyes dart across the scene. Just pay him no mind. His goals lies else somewhere. He's Cassidy, bro. Okay, enough. A cursed individual. Cursed could only take company with those of similar fortune. You see, to exist between worlds means living tied to nothing. No home, no family, no sense of time. A man like that looks perfectly natural, wandering the emptiness of a soundless sky. If he came across such a man, pay him no mind, he will walk on, leaving all his smoke behind. Even rhyme it, yo! We can do some songs here, but if you meet such a man and his eyes fix on you, run away! Well, what can you do? What can he do? That's just how the world works. Ein? Accursed. You are seeing this. No, it's cut it for you, but anyways. A cursed individual can only take company with those of similar fortune. It's just the wheels of fate turning. You two just got caught in the spokes. Reaper's goodbye. Skip something there enjoying it all is just an old acquaintance. Yo, some Jesse. Yeah, here we go. Jenna Cross. You start the game with me trying to read French, bro. Je ne crois shit. Je ne sais pas mes yeux. I wrote it so wrongly. Je ne sais pas mes yeux. Eu acho que está melhor. I think it's better. You see, French started to push me my Portuguese side. I don't know why. Shit. Yo. Why? Like when when you know two languages from Latin. Yay, that origin from Latin. Yay. Anyways, the jazz. Bro. What a surprise. I think the gods would land us to this village just to meet again. The world works in mysterious ways. Te sais. I will not try anymore. An old fool, a young heart, or just a wise behind his years. Oh, mon ami. You could give me more cheerful face. Go ahead, smile for me. Yeah, hard to tell. Fuck you. You never change, do you? Such a depressing company you can be. I'm trying to do like a French. Perhaps your poor mother fed you nothing but beers as a child. Ash, so depressing. So depressing. I must drink all away my sadness. Oh shit, here we go again. Kelly, au revoir. Quel est au revoir? The man turns around with a dramatic flourish. Oh, you're so fresh. No. I don't want to continue. The man leads the way, bending the whole time. This and that, always pointless, but always keen on talking. Is that a misspelling error here, or is me? Finally, he shuts up at a humble food stall where a group of patrons, Terry and Lee, patrons? Also, why do you have a Chinese or Japanese thing here? There's a perspective professional looking man. Not gonna say anything. A mature woman minding her own business. A joyful old man with a well-made suit. And a nervous-looking little girl hiding behind her scarf. That's me. That's me looking at her. Here's a shop. It's a shop. Here's the shop I was speaking of. Shop. We can get this night started now. really. Ah, mon ami, don't be so sore. These poor souls missed their last train. They must spend the night without entertainment. If you won't do, let us straight stories will fate until fate calls upon us. I personally find this so immature. Don't be such a stick in the mud. I'm trying to find a voice for everyone. I can think of a better way to spend the night. Well, I can think one better way. Huh, I bet you can. See, what a magnific company we have. And so the wheels of fate are turning. Or rather, they had already reached their destination. This was more or less unknown to the 6 strangers at the stall who waited the train that would take them far, far away from here. The story of the lost souls and their starting tales begins now. It's reminding me of Spirited Away. Maybe it's a train thing. 5 stops till down. Huh. I got an eye. You've got a... Wait. You've got an eye. You got a good eye. You got a good eye, kid. I got plenty of old spokes left in me. The old man is more relaxing than everyone else here. Well, when you live it alive like me, you are gonna get a few spokes. Maybe all of this is a game for him too. Plenty of sore times and things ya can talk about in front of children. But besides that, I do got a good story to tell. It was back in the day when I wasn't so damn winkled. The scent casket. It was not the kind of business you can talk about. I kinda sound like Mickey, wait. Not then, and not now. Let me reach the voice again. But it brought in money and was considered real man's work. I had big dreams, and the boss said I had a promise. It was naive, but still rough around edges. It was a different time, alright. You could say I was a garbage man. I took out the trash when everyone was asleep. Nice and easy down to the beach with a cliffside. It had a silent like ya wouldn't believe. I would finish the job and stare out into the sea, taking in the seats. Now that I think of it, it's damn crazy that I never got talked. You should hang around the places you do business. Alright, it was talked, but I wasn't in an ordinary way. Even in my golden years, I can't forget what I found in the sand. What you found in the sand? Where did you find it sand? I would finish my business and I was taking in the moonside. Moonside. outside. But I couldn't. Saw that was a silhouette on the chair. Obviously, that's gonna set off some red alarms. This place was pretty out of the way, so I reached for the piece and dared to look closer. Oh, chasing the waves, awesome little kid. Big droppy eyes and a carefree smile. What the hell was the kid doing all the way out there? Hey you, come over here. Like a good kid, he trotted over. You could tell I was raised well. Young genes. Huh? Young genes with manners like that normally come from good families. Okay. Yeah, little guy. So tell me, where's your mom? Where's your mom? What? No response? You could tell by his tirades and he wasn't hurting for money or anything. He looked way too young to be some trouble in any way. He was pretty content. For a loss. I could send him off to the police, but for some reasons I just didn't feel like visiting this guy's. Do you like candy, don't ya? Yeah, that's it. It was dangerous to have anyone running around during my job, but Sandy was a little guy. I figured out he wouldn't be any trouble. My older self will never make such a stupid mistake. That's the kind of thing that gets you a 6 feet under. It accidentally became a ritual of mine to finish up the work and then sit and watch the ocean with the mystery child, sharing hard candies between us. What an old pair we must been. Ratty, no good. Like me and some upper class hair stuffing our faces with sweets. I decided to not think too hard about where it came from. I would have given my own past long ago. One night, the hell of the night. What I didn't expect. What? Wait. What? I didn't understood why I caught me off guard. But the mystery kid had such a sad look on his face. All I could think was driftwood flushing out the sea or hurt little bird. I don't think I will see anything sadder in my life. Hey little guy, you angry? I got extra sweets tonight. I got extra sweets tonight. The kid just kept staring out over the waves, sad as hell. Come on, tell me what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Do you miss your mom or something? Let me help you out. What's the face for? Huh? I let the kid land me cross to the shore. Still had my gods on me for sheer psychos. He ran with all determination He ran with all the determination he could muster. Alright, alright, alright. We reached a far part of the beach. Right under the cliffside, he stood and pointed to the ground, looking at me with those droopy eyes. My first thought was, this kid lost his toy or something. He was playing at the beach and burned it and forgot about it. It is all I did all the time myself as a kid. I did it all the time myself as a kid. So naturally I put out my shovel and got into digging. There was nothing here, I'm telling you. Some response. I began to wonder if this kid was playing tricks on me or what, but something rattled into my mind. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but sometimes in this line of business, you sense things a little better than most people. And that point, it's up to your own personal brains to decide whether or not you keep going. As in young and very stupid, so you know how it went already. Oh shit. Huff, huff. I shoveled more and more sand till it became dark and dense. All the yell, the kid was looking at me with watery eyes. My shelf meant something at least. Yeah. In the dense earth, I spotted a little fleck of white. Deeper. I had to go deeper. Ha! Yeah. Is that a... Looks like two people, right? It looks like two people. I crawled like a cedar shell. It was a pair of skeletons. A large one with thrown dress and pearls, and a smaller one that... Thank you, mister. So, the kid was a ghost. God damn it. So, that's about it. A sense of honor on his face. Times were very different back then. But the times treated me well, for the most part. But yeah, I got a few odd things. My headphones are starting going crazy. For most of the part. But yeah, I got a few old things here and there. Why I sounded like... Wait, I was not supposed to sound like that. Also, where is my dog? Let me pick my dog. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Never did get to learn his name or how it happened. No use wondering now. No use wondering then. Okay, let's keep going. People disappeared every day, without a trace. But the world keeps turning. Frankly, I'm happy that I live in a world where things keep turning. Okay. Four stops until down. Okay. Oh, I choose the person. Let's go to her. So, you want a story from me, huh? Well, I got my fair share of stories, but scary ones aren't exactly my forte. Mostly I just got tales of heartbroken. Ha 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 ha. Well, maybe there's one. She takes a slow sip and slinks. Huh? How do you wanna start these things? Ha! Whatever. It doesn't matter how I tell it. What's done is done, right? So it doesn't matter what I say. Ha ha ha. How was it? Beloved Joel's spider. Once there was a woman and her daughter. They loved each other very much. The woman braided her daughter's hair every night and sang gentle songs to calm her. At the time they spent together, I was truly the most happy time they had in early of their lives. Do you love me? Of course, Mama. How much do you love me? More than anything! You are such a good girl. Mama will give you a present. See? Wait, I need to search the voice again. The woman gave her daughter a strange little box. It was thick and heavy with a large clasp in the front. If you ever in trouble, just open this box. Mama will come help you. But Mama, I can ask you if I'm in trouble. Of course, but one day. The woman continued to sing. This part of the narrator I will keep with my voice. Her gentle voice nudged the little girl, so yelling from the next room. So the yelling from the next room almost completely disappeared. When it was time to sleep, the girl snuggled close so that she could only smell her mother's sweet perfume, instead of a stink of alcohol that permeated in the air. She drifted off to sleep in her mother's arms, forgetting about the comparative room where they lived. La di da. One day the little girl came home from school. Bro, you gotta get me crying. Ash, it's raining. Mama, I'm home. Inside, she saw. Papa, Papa, what did you do? Oh, this son of a bitch. The time the woman and her daughter spent together was truly the happiest time in either of their short lives. With the box hanging in their chest, the girl knew these days of love were never coming back. Mama! The girl became a woman, and now the woman became cold. She lived in an apartment where the scent of alcohol pervaded in the air with a man who wasn't her husband. They got along fine unless they didn't. The man borrowed her money, and the one borrowed his time. Yo, get out, get out. Hey, do you have a little extra? Oh, okay. This is a man, probably. It's like the dad, so. Hey, do you have a little extra cash? You could spot me. I give you all I had last week. Ash, useless. You can even lend your men a little spending money. What kind of woman are you? Well, what kind of man are you? You can even keep a job. Shut up, useless. Why don't you go out and try working a little? Huh? Don't come back at you. Got something to show for you. Is her or is so? That was the exchange. The exchange. And when returning to that cramped little hall, the woman couldn't see that hideous man asleep in with a glass dripping over next to him. When he woke up, she knew he would be angry, that he would blame it on her, and she would be tossed into the night again. Drifting off to sleep, she couldn't help but mourn her mother. She was the only one who ever loved her, and she was the only one she could love. The rest of the world was just too dirty. Crash, crash, crash. The woman kept the box after all these years. She hadn't opened it yet. There was no point, but for some reason, there was a sound from the box. Something was alive in there. It was trying to get out. The woman turned it over and tried to go back to sleep. There was a comfort there. The scrounging was almost like a lullaby. As her eyes closed, she could almost feel her mother's arms around her. Another day of dirt, another day of dirtiness, another day of pouring rain. How irritating. The woman went home as usual. The man stunk more than ever and yelled as soon as she opened the door. Their breath, I hated. It's not enough. I go too sad, too angry in this. It's not enough. Aren't you trying? Useless. Are you doing this just to spite me, aren't you? What did I ever do to you? It's not my fault you gamble everything. You spending it faster than I can make it. You don't understand how hard it is for me. Can a man try to relax every once in a while? The economy isn't so great, so expect to treat you like a queen of Sheba? I'm asking you to help out, so help out. Come on, answer me. That's so funny, huh? Is this funny to you? Your breath. Quick joking around. The man froze. The box in the corner was shaking. What's that? Hey, what the hell is that? The box was shaking more and more. The man's grip tasted from nervousness. My mother is in that box. Quick joking around. My mother was killed by my father. Did you know that? She was killed by him, and now she is in the box. She's looking after me even now. You're lying. Wait. You're lying. She gave me that box before she died. She said if I was in trouble, I should open it. Wasn't What's in it then? I told you already. His grip loosened slowly. The air from the room had been snuffed out and replaced with only the sound of a light scratching. The man and the woman lay down and closed their eyes, but neither of them went to sleep that night. Once again, the woman was forced to go out and look for work. She brushed her hair and applied her makeup. As soon the man smoked the cigarette, his eyes stuck on the box. You said, wait, you said when you are in trouble, you should open the box, right? That's what my mother told me. Well, I've been in some trouble with money already. All right. We have been. Don't you touch that box. Huh? What did you say to me? I'm just saying we've been in some money trouble, is all. I have been managing just fine. Maybe there's some kind of jewel in there, something we can sell for good money. I said, don't touch it. Come on. Don't you want to see how much your mother love is worth? The woman left for work with a loud and bitter laugh. Another day of darkness, another day of pouring rain. The street lights flickering on, the water droplets catching the light and bringing the linens together. The woman trudged home after a long day of work. The scent of cigarettes, beer, and sweet smoke her throat. She suddenly thought of her mother's perfume, and thought the rain. She thought she could hear uh, a familiar tune. She ran as fast as her legs could take her. She scrambled up the stairs to her apartment and pressed her face against the door. The sound could be heard out inside. Behind the door, be- behind the door, which helped so many stains in fingers and bruises, was an goddammit, was the ocean of happy memories. In a world so dirty and cruel, how could you bring back these days of love? It's easy. Just have to. Oh, I just. You just had. You just have to open the box. My little boy. Oh! What? There was it, a spider that stuck like jewels, dangling from the ceiling. A sweet scent hung in the air as the beautiful melody rang out. On the ground, a box lay open and empty. Please, please. Such a miracle that could only make her laugh. Oh, come on, baby. Now you see. Now do you see how much a mother love is worth? Yo, that was crazy. And there you have. Wait a minute. And there you have it. They will live happily ever after. That's how. That's all how good stories end, right? Ha ha ha. Oh, you look upset. Were you expecting something different? Or maybe the ending doesn't sound that happy to you? It doesn't matter either way. The little girl in the story wasn't me, so don't go dreaming. Once again, she adds elusive. It's just a little tale I learned off the street. But perhaps that's just an changeable in fact. Okay. I'll go to the little kid, you know. I can go to the little kid. No, okay. Nah. Okay, I'll go to the sky. Ghost stories! Wait. Ghost stories, well, no, I haven't really. You don't get to talk about the occultish stuff on my line of work. Science is very scientific. Wait, this shouldn't be the word, the voice for him. Literally the mustache. Ghost stories? Oh, well, no, I haven't really. You don't get to talk about the cult-ish stuff in my line of work. Science is very scientific. I'm probably a facto, but you see, but perhaps the man nervously looks from side to side. Yes. Well, just for tonight, since you insist, there was this one time back in my school days. Tunnel visions. It was in my college years when I found myself stuck in the rain between trains. I studied late and neglected to keep the track of time. Indeed, the trains went without me. I had to ended up breathe on the stream lamp with my umbrella doing a little for the intensity of the weather. Looking out, I could hardly see anything except for the shine of wet gravel and a frog. Where are you lost? A voice ringing out into the night. I couldn't tell if they were beside me or not. They sounded like a man about my age. I still couldn't see him. I'm sorry. Follow the tracks. If you go through the tunnel, you wouldn't have to bother with the rain. But the train, these tracks have been abandoned for years. Come on, let's go. Indeed, there were tracks in front of me. I followed them and came to the mouth of the tunnel. What a figure stood. Strangely, I couldn't catch his face. The mix of fog and rain and darkness make it hard to see. I couldn't tell he was a student, and my nerves began to settle. I let down my umbrella. We entered the tunnel together. He began to ask questions about me. The tunnel was even darker than the outside, but thanks to our conversation, I felt completely at home. I explained the courses I was taking and the dorm I was at, the exams I was studying for, and my expectations for the future. I'm going to become a physician. You sound like sure of yourself, he said. It's only a matter of time. The courses aren't so difficult if you study them properly. Anyone who says otherwise is making excuses. Naturally, not everyone can make it. Ha! But there's just how it is. If everyone could achieve their dreams, the world would as well collapse. That's very much like you. I was confused by this statement, and my nerves were in the end once again. Did I know this chap after all? I studied it in his face in vain. The darkness was too much. He was slightly taller than me. Maybe it was somebody I would meet on campus. I tried to think of a way to catch his face. So, do you have a light? It's a... So, okay. Say, do you have a light? It's a little... Of course. Give me a moment. He lit a match from his pocket. The bottom half of his face was illuminated, but still couldn't think of anything. Despite being taller, he had an odd earth about him. How to say it? Well, normally that age, a man brings a grow hair on his chin. Even when he shaves himself, there will still be little pucks where the hair will grow. No, for him it's completely smooth. It was so rowless to his jaw that made me think of a purposement. It was thinking too much of it, so he caught me on act. Something on my face? No, I quickly thought of something. I just don't recognize the uniform. I just don't recognize the uniform. So I suppose they wouldn't be seeing each other at school. No, I suppose not. In the distance, I hear the brilliant of a train. These tracks weren't used anymore, remember? Wait, these tracks weren't used anymore, remember? Of course. We would walk along. We will walk along them all the time back then. We we did? Well, normally I was too scared, but it would push me along. I would push back, and eventually we would end up walking in the tracks. We'd walk to school like this all the time. Paulo? Yes. Yes, it was Paulo, a friend from years ago. We stayed together and walked along the train tracks just as he had said. I still couldn't see much of his face, but his voice still carried the same measured timbre as it was years ago. It was tempted to let out laugh, but stop it here in an empty tunnel would catch my voice. I suddenly became wary of the space around me as Pablo brightened my shoulder in a friendly manner. Haha, you took so long enough. I was beginning to think you forgot about me. Well, I haven't just been busy with school. My mind is a little tired. Oh, of course, school. I see. What was that? We, s- we have stayed together. We had studied together for some time with the goal of going to the same university. The bar was extremely high, so we put our all into it. But Pablo smiled at me. Of course, hard work is important, but there's also the matter of natural ability. Some people were just built with better appetite than others. It's by it's by the grace of God these things came to be. Truly, it's ordinary of our ends. Pablo, I hear a train. It must been it must been your imagination. Huh? How far is the exit? It was out of our power. How we were born. So it was naturally out of my power. When I was selected for university, my friend was left to the wayside. He said he would just try again and be my underclassman, but probably a while. What do you trust? What you don't trust? Wait, probably in a while. What? You don't trust the old buddy? Pablo tried again and again. He entered countless essays and repeated the test over and over, but he somehow was unable to pass. By the grace of God, he simply couldn't. I fell out of contact because I naturally became busy. There, there. It's at the tunnel's mouth. Oh, okay. Wait. There! It's in the tunnel's mouth. It's going to hit us. Please understood. I hardly had time to even eat. It was cut road. Our futures were just going in different directions, and some to better places than others. No, up there, a light is coming. Ah! I turned to run in the other direction, with a smile hope I wouldn't be dashed to bits, but a hand clumped into my shoulder so hard I nearly floated back. A heart so beaten cold I could feel it touching my coat and in my bones. He switched places. Where are you going? Aren't we going to walk through this place? Together? As friends? I remembered this coldness. On a day with beaten rain, I heard the news. After failing the entrance exam once more, my old friend Pablo, wandered up into the bridge far after midnight and flew over the railing, just as the train passed. The rumbling was getting closer. The light was creating a burning halo around him. The sun was peering me. The light was peering me. The other end of the tunnel was just too far away. I was going to die? At last I could see his face, young and just peering at the light behind him. You are good at running ahead. The path always seemed to open just for you. Me though, I could hardly get my foot in the door. What the fuck? Why? Why is it you? Why can you do it and I can't? Why is it you? The light was burning me. At the moment, I was sure I would die. That everything I worked for until now be smashed to bits. But then the matches was burning down to his fingertips, sipping to darkness and finishing. Planning in the train disappeared at once. I was left alone in the dark of the tunnel, with nothing but silence and a vague of glance of the train tracks, which had been abandoned long ago. And so, that's the end of the story. As I said before, I'm not into the occult. Seriously, there's a scientific explanation for it. Yeah, you were tired and you start dreaming awake. Perhaps I came off a bit cruel in my retelling. I can understand how someone uneducated might see it as such. It gives a result with his competitive sum of something. Academia is an extremely cut-her-roofed business. If you are unable to keep up, then it's your own fault. Nobody agrees with him. Back to the drinking once again. Next one. I want to talk with the little kid. Why I can't talk with the little kid? It needs to be this guy. It's kind of annoying anyways. A story from me. What is He's French, so a story from me. I thought we would never ask more me. The only thing I love more than hearing stories is telling one. Bella laughs and takes a long drag with the cigarette. Oh, what to do? Yes, this is it. Now, learn a little closer. Guardian angel, you. Before I was well established in my profession, I was painless if traveling the country with my little else than the clocks in my back. Not even proper trains, treads. My new, I'll ship it out and season hand my drums. It disappears me just to remember it. Killenor whore. Anyhow, I could see how unfortunately I was at the time. There are some nights I would ever to coin for Sharon and Lake Potato Stretch with my current and my younger. I didn't manage to encourage her up enough to move to the city in hopes that I could find more opportunities there. I rented a small apartment on the lower end. It was cramped, dark, hardly bigger than a closet, with a single flickering bulb strung from the ceiling. My bed was bare mattress held up by a recurring iron frame. I tried to not make much movement and list. I be awoken. I'm so sorry. By a rustic cracking. Something peculiar happened to the day I settled into my apartment. I started up at the ceiling, willing myself to stumble when I felt something at the side of my face. It was like intense heat. When humans are in such darkness, their senses heightened, so even that slightest rise in temperature can be felt. So in the darkness, I feel like I was not alone. I shot upright and pulled at the plop switch. I inevitably winked off, completely in panic. I searched my cramped room but found nothing mold and mouse holes. How depressing. Of course, I could not possibly sleep after such a feeling. So, I headed out of an encrusted room for some fresh air. We, Youngie, we be lucky to meet me at a time like this. Something in the street was brindling, bedraggling old Pargar. Her face was surrounded by a stinging cough, and her fingers placed across an empty air. Oh, it's a woman, okay. Something you should know about my profession is that you met a great many kinds of people. Each person has their own unique path to take, and intersections like this are likened into miracles. You may walk through the life lonely and singular, or you may have once in a lifetime experience. So, even in my manhood states, I understand this to be viable. I hardly shuffled closer to the woman. Yeah, it seemed to be wise as well as lucky. Many young walk past and pay heed their lives. Wise and lucky. Wait, I will do one thing. Bro, what? Oh, you didn't let me read! You didn't let me read! In the answering when she... Wait. In her unwandering hand, she produces a small communion cracker. I believe it was the secrets of a universe, but I even had to raise an eyebrow. Besides that, I had a little money to spare. In order to make a rent, I would have to cut down a single meal a day. Hee 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 hee. Wise and ugly, but still delightful. But this from me, and I will see you in time. Everyone on this earth is blessed with a guardian angel. When you all lay down to sleep tonight, you will see how the angel watches all over us all. Um, she was insane or speaking the truth. Either way, she was looking out for my health. I threw her a coin and made my way to steps. I placed the cracker, the twin trip on the floor between the bed and door frame. I limited my liner in pockets. What in the world? I learned to fall asleep and survive a little more than crumbs. At the end of the week, I began. The beggar woman would appear in the street corner to sell me another blessing. Parting with a coin always hurt, but the pain was loosened as my lucky began to fly. Somehow, my dismiss was taking off. Ha! It seemed that the whims of the city and the wishes of my heart had finally aligned. Magnifique! But all was not so rosy during this blooming youthful days. I must tell you of, in general terms, an old friend who was likewise young man with little to call his own. He too was in his profession and had much to say about it, but no, so much to say that your entire walk home was consumed by his contemplation. The same evening he told me of his new residence. The beggar lady came from a usual exchange. You're living here? Sure I am. I mean, where else could I go in this dump of city? I found a room last week. Man, does it make me miss home? Young and before you go off bed, buy this from me for a cropper. Ahaha, a cropper, miss? I'm not gonna buy the little thing from you when I can buy myself a tall drink. Please, young'un, we all will regret it if you... Listen to this. She completely off her rocker. That foolish friend of mine laughed loudly at the woman's spoon. Is it well? In its place, I exchanged a coin for a communication cracker, but her face looked like she was mourning. It's not too... It's not too late. To size? God, you are too generous. You need to learn how to say no to street people. We're hardly getting by ourselves. She might have a point. Just consider it, please. Blah. Just go to sleep already. And so just as paths interact, they part. That night, dear listeners, I heard something I couldn't forget. I was laying in my bed. Was that my angel staring back at me? The crack of a bed from somewhere in the complex. What the fuck? Huh? Uh, a who the? What? What the hell? Bloody hell! It'll be so nice. Hey! 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 Ah! The following day, I learned that my friend haven't show up for work, or so much has sent a word. Some time later, I saw the landlord grumbling around to the complex, beginning on started on with no answer. Wait, I forgot the voice again. It seemed disappeared clean off the face of the earth. How peculiar. But my mind wandered from it as soon I received a letter saying it would be accepted to a higher precision with much better accommodations. Plans were made, suitcases were packed, and Lord knows how I paid communication up till the last day, communion up till the last day. Okay, so did this gentleman tale of how I lived in my early days. It's like vol size. It wasn't always so refined. Ah, mon ami. You know how cruel it must sound, but with time you begin into people's hearts. You begin to understand who will make it and who will depart. It's such a way of choosing path. The old fool smiles strangely in the memory. Although it gets lonely, watch over everyone's past, isn't it? Es la vie. Ah, what I am doing telling you this. Your icy stare tells me all I need. You are about to frozen over. Ha 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 ha. But to him, it was just a strategic conversation. Okay. Now is the kid. The kid that little girl who up until now was staring at the ground. Fanny looks up that's fast. I have a story. Before I got there, before you all are here too. Before I got in a train, there's an unspoken fear in the air. Back home, 5 passengers. What are you whining about now? There was funny things in my mama's house. A kid was looking out for the closet and walls, but mama never believed in me. The other one played lots of jokes on mama. Mama didn't like them. You nasty child, what do you hate me? What? Do you hate me? What do I ever did to you? Disgusting. Get away from me. I asked the other one why they keep hurting mama. All they would do was laugh at me. Their face got all up, turning, they laughed and laughed and laughed. What are you doing? Why are you trying to play tricks on me again? Why? Why Couldn't I have a normal child? Mama, I am a normal child, but there's a bad child. We're tricking you. Mama, please believe me. Somebody was playing at night. Wait. Somebody was playing at night. There was something big, crack, on the floor. Ah. No, 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 no. Mama's mirror was smashed on the ground. Why? Why are you always so mean to me? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I tried to put the mirror back together, but there was too much pieces. The other one laughed at me over and over. Everything was broken. No matter what I do, things break. I'm a normal child, so why was it here too? At night, I decided to run away. Everyone will be happy if I'm gone. Mama won't have to cry anymore. I ran to the station where the trains are. When no one was looking, I jumped in on the board and sat down. I wanted to go far, far away, to a place where no one would know me. The train was cold and loud. The light flickered a lot. It wasn't empty and alone, except for 5 adult passengers. On board there was a pretty lady looking sadly out the window. A man with little glasses grumbling a lot. A fancy man with a little mustache humbling to himself. And a nice grandma who gave me a candy. Sweet. I wonder if in my new home I can get candy like this too. I will meet someone nice as that grandpa. That will be nice. Eating the candy, I counted the passengers in the car. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? I thought I saw 5 passengers. The 5th one was... No, not again. It can't be here. Get away right now. The train began to shake back and forth. Everyone started yelling. Everything began to rumble, and I fell off my seat. The world turned in circles over and over and over. I was trying to be a good child. I never played any tricks on anyone. I never complained about my bedtime. I never talked it back. So why? Why did this happen? I was trying to be a cool child. I never played any tricks on anyone. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, Mama. And that's what happened. Her voice pattered out softly. The eyes looked on her now, dipped desperately to each other. Nervously, the doctor speaks out. She's quite a too creative little girl, isn't she? Ha 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 ha. Oh, monsieur, you got... monsieur, you got goosebumps. The doctor scrumpers for his words. It's a chilly here, alright. It's pretty late. Hey, what are you laughing at? The old man simply grins and buzzes softly. Oh yeah, the air is pretty chilly tonight. I already decided long ago I wouldn't regret anything. A man in my position doesn't get to be picky, you see. So chills like this don't bother me a bit. Truthful words. Oh wait. Truthful words, miss. Truthful words, miss. Truthful. Ah! Trustful words, monsieur. Very few, and very few men in this day age understood the nature of chills. The two older men laugh together as the doctor looks in horror. You are you are all crazy, all of you. I need to get out over here, right in this instant. Where is my train at? And by the pure of coincidence, isn't it cut off by a militant horn? All of the faithful souls sit in other side. Despite of difference, there is an instant understanding between them. Wouldn't wait forever. There's a way. There is our way out, big man. Don't wanna miss. The lady takes a languid sleep in the and eyes panic the doctor. Slowly the bus-tailed man leaves his seat and walks in the direction of the horn. And after a while the lady follows after him. Even now her expression won't change. The old man finishes his drink and smiles harmily. Wait. Don't wanna be don't wanna be late, little girl. Aw. Miraculously, the girl accepts it. The two walk hand in hand till their figures are overtaken by the dark. Ha! Oh, heartbroken! What a perfect day to end the story! Oh, but what am I saying? The night isn't nearly over yet. Oh, please, mon ami, can you indulge in this temporary bliss? I know what we must. I couldn't read the rest, I'm so stupid. There is no use in us complaining. As payment for steering from the path, we must assist Madam's fortune grand plan. Oh, but oh, how magnificent would it be if things had turned out differently. Maybe I'll become an actor on a silver screen. How my futures would shine. How my futures would shine. More like this. The gruff underhead speaks for the first time at night. I don't know what I will be. I don't know where I would be. My mind goes blank when I think of anything else. This week came out as fragile as a child's. Okay, so it's fragile as a child's. Think of anything else. Maybe this is a child, I don't know, bruh. Maybe this is all I was meant to do. Still so much to do. But we must go on regardless. It was said in a much countryside you may cross a man with a tail of a cigarette smoke behind him. He speaks a little and keeps to himself unless the powers that force his hand. These people wander without home or fortune, carry a painful duty upon their shoulders. Any lost soul to try to find their journey must be cut down without mercy. Bro, this is the 4 or 5 time. A life of endless meetings and partings. That's the course of a reaper. What the fuck just happened? Wait, what? Aha, right on. Ha ha ha! Right on time. The last of them that have been delivered. Well, almost. You already know, don't ya? I too was on that train. Wait. Funny, isn't it? Even if we were separate from the rest of humanity, you can blink like any average man. I would do it myself, but it seems that my own power is infected against myself. So the duty of the deliverance is fall on a dear friend. Reaper Overwatch, bro. I was searching because I know the name Reaper, but I didn't know that what was it. I know. Okay. I think of it this way. If you leave me in this phantasmal form, I'll eventually unbecome myself. Each part of me will chip away in the wind until nothing remains. So don't be sad. Being a Reaper really is a wonderful thing. We can meet again. We can trade stories and eat well. Just as we have tonight. Alone on the edge of the town in the countryside, a reaper sentry with white crunkles around the handle of well. Keep stinkle. The spirits of the town push in out of the train going somewhere far behind. Beyond. He knows one day he will cut down to his friend just as his friend was. He will exist to his world alone as he lived in it. Huh? You're not dead. You will eventually meet tragedy in our life. Some will meet more than others, but it was said that more darken the path, the more brilliant the miracles. A sum of wealth landing into your pockets. A branch of danger that leaves you untouched. Or perhaps it's something simple. As two lonely souls crossing paths. Programming, sampling, sound effects. Yo, okay. Heart and story. Thank you and safe travels. Okay, nice. I want to go. No way, really? Ah. Oh, that's cute. Huh.